The ship exploded. One Piece episode 27, live reaction. Let's get it. Make sure you guys are subbing to the channel if you enjoy the content today. Luffy hit him with that gum gum battle axe, which was pretty awesome. I'm not gonna
broke
lie.
the whole stadium.
That was nuts.
Which is crazy because I guess it means like his power also makes it so that his foot is literally like hardened in a way, like his limbs are.
Maybe, yeah. She's coming down with such force, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, if it was like a fleshy foot, like that shit, he's not breaking a fucking ship.
You ever
Like,
see people karate chop cinder blocks?
yeah, but whole thirds of ships, no. Whoa.
That's captain to you.
Whoa.
Oh, damn. About to slap some sense into Sanji here.
What is happening right now?
I don't know. This guy's like, excuse me, I'm relevant.
He goes, don't do anything more reckless. Again, says the motherfucker who lit this ship on fire because he got a bloody nose.
This guy is freaking crazy.
Please kill this man.
Oh! And
Whoa.
he just smashed it
What?
like that? Is Gin just like kind of a savage?
Wait a minute, but he just used like...
Yo.
What?
Bro, this guy needs to pick a side and stick with it. Because I love it. They just call him
This
Owner.
scenario is making less and less sense by the minute, bro. What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, this guy is no joke, apparently.
Where was he keeping that? I mean...
In his pants.
Oh man, I just have so many...
To hell with you. Luffy's like, I'm really not impressed.
See, like, I'd be kind of impressed, though, because nobody else was able to break that dude's shield, and he did it with a single blow. Like, that's kind of impressive. I don't understand where all this, like, bravado is coming from, but...
Hard man to please. Look at that guy's hat with a feather in it, bro. He's not wrong there.
Wait a minute, was they charging at them from the water? Why?
Some of them were swimming, I think, up to it.
Wait, can we fight already? I feel like we've been doing a lot of fucking talking about fighting, and nobody's really doing anything. And every time somebody is about to do something, we have another conversation. Cool, Luffy, let's do it then.
Meanwhile, this guy's just assed out on the floor. Oh boy. Wow.
Oh, now he even has a nickname?
Oh. That's a lie, though, because he definitely had sympathy for this whole situation. All right, here we go. Whoa. Oh! Oh,
Damn.
It's gonna be a tough
Never
one.
mind. I was about to ask myself, like, how much those balls even weigh, but, like, it doesn't matter. Because it seems to be, like, not Sanji can't even move past the thing, yet he can also balance it on his shoulder. So it's like, okay, Sanji just, like, stupidly weaker compared to this dude.
Apparently.
Man, it's
Oh,
still smoking, bro. Till the end.
Oh! Oh,
Damn.
sorry. I totally just clipped. My bad, headphone users, but that was sick. Oh!
Damn.
Oh!
That was good.
Oh!
Oh, yeah, but
Oh, yeah,
he
whatever.
did kind of leave the stomach wide open there.
Yo, those kicks were
Damn,
badass.
that was the action in the show is good when they show it.
Shaky cameraman there.
Luffy's like, I guess I'll just watch this.
Boop. Yeah, he did. All right. Yeah, we might have like a broken rib or two.
It's alright, I'll be fine. Doesn't matter.
He goes, "Is Sanji okay?" He goes, "Of course he isn't." 5 or 6 broken ribs. Shit.
If you want to get involved, Luffy, I mean, you can. You don't have to just like sit here and watch this entire fucking fight play out.
Here he comes. That's... Oh, this guy really does have the Iron Man suit, huh? Oh shit. Luffy, you're so lucky. You're virtually impenetrable when it comes to being shot.
For real.
Ah, shit. We turn around for 2 seconds. He's back out. Oh.
Guys, it's okay. He's gonna live.
He's just pulling the old bait and switch here, I guess, right? He's like, I just have to break all my ribs before I show my true colors. Yeah, no, he's just shit talking, but he knows he's kind of fucked. Oh. Oh. Those kicks look badass.
They do.
Oh, yikes. Yeah, that's gotta hurt like a mofo.
Ooh.
Oh, man. I think Sanji's losing this one. Well, probably not.
Probably
because
not.
plot, but, you know.
I have a crazy suspicion that he'll turn it around in the end.
All right, this is where Nami comes back with a gun and
Yeah,
helps.
okay. You got a better shot of Luffy actually like doing something in this fight.
Or Usopp, right? He's part of the crew.
No, they're not coming back.
Oh no, wait. Usopp went to go look for her. That's my bad. I forgot. Yeah, he can't do it. See, he's got feelings. He's got that sympathy.
I will break every rib in his body, but I won't kill him. Even though breaking every rib in his body could potentially kill him.
Damn, Sanji really got to his heartstrings, huh?
Yeah, so much for the heartless demon.
Yeah. Then Tom Craig's gonna kill you, probably.
What actual fuck is going on?
He's like, take the damn food. Man, I'd be the best customer over there.
It's like crying eating face. This is so funny. Every time they show it, bro. It just looks so funny. damn, if you'd have had to change your heart like 10 minutes ago, bro, Sanji still have his ribs. The Dawn is unimpressed with your sympathy. I don't really know about all of that, sir. I think there's a lot of wrong things that have been done up until now. Sanji's like, motherfucker, what?
Yeah, Sanji's like, bro, I didn't even really like you that much, to be honest.
He's like, dude, it's like a code thing, okay? Don't get it twisted out here. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. You uh like, look at my tears.
I like to think that this water is just like incredibly shallow, and all of his crew are just standing in like the shallow end of the pool right
Oh
now.
yeah. Nobody's in danger of drowning. They're all just chilling. Fully clothed.
Oh shit.
Everything's a gun with this guy.
Oh, it's a poison gas weapon. Oh, ew. He goes, stop whining about stupid stuff. What would be less stupid than this?
Yeah, I know. The nerve of these guys to worry about their own lives.
Oh, got the mask.
Just all have I guess they were just in their pockets. Oh man.
Literally.
Yeah. Okay. It's just funny because like we didn't see them put them on, so they just like the next frame they just all have. Holy fuck, dude.
All right,
Nope,
Luffy's
second
back.
time's
Round
the
two.
charm.
Where'd the hat go?
He doesn't need it. You know it's not that important to him.
Damn. Whoa. Oh, that's dope. Okay, I thought it was literally going to shoot out like a mist from his thing, but it's kind of cool that they're bullets. Round three.
All right, Luffy. Whenever you want to do that, I'm ready.
Yes. What?
Again, I'm trying, man. I'm trying so hard to understand you, but like, oh my God, I'm so close. All right, dude. Honestly, bro, like, let him die. I don't even care
I'm
anymore.
over it.
Like, this motherfucker can die. I'm so over it. And his like flip floppy fucking like stance on thing. I just don't care about him. I just don't. Like Sanji, you missed with feeding this one. I'm sorry. You're not gonna win all the time, but like,
Okay, so that one's a missile. So that's the MH5, I guess.
I guess. Yeah.
Yo, the
Oh
camera-
my God.
Oh!
Damn.
Oh. That was homie of Luffy to toss those two first. Just like absorb the bullet or something, Luffy.
Yeah, that definitely wouldn't get him poisoned.
No.
Just eat the bullet.
He's a rubber person, so that clearly means he'll be able to like suck in all the fumes and then blow them out somewhere else or something like that, right? That's how it works. That's
It's
at
a good
least
thing
my
you don't have
headcanon.
Luffy powers.
Yeah. Don't worry,
It's
guys. I'll
fine.
suck
I'm
at the
invincible,
poison.
right? I can take a bullet.
I just
Gets
die
hit
on
with a
the spot.
missile and explodes. Oh, we got him. That idiot thought he was invincible.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Oh man, yeah. Gin has some like mental hangups that he's got to get over. I think he needs therapy in some way, shape, or form because he is just all over the place. In terms of like, I love Don Craig. I can't do this. Like, okay. Again, I will. I go in for the memes on kind of pointing out my grievances, but I will say to begin with, I do in a weird sense. I get it. I'm not, and again, I'm empathetic to a situation. I'm not sympathetic, right? I understand it. I obviously don't agree with it, but in a weird sense, I do understand where Gin is coming from. I just think he is like very convoluted in his mind right now. He's very clouded. He clearly has like an immense respect for Don Craig. He is his fleet commander, or Don Craig's fleet commander. He's been with him through thick and thin in a sense. He's always followed his orders. The Gin, the demon, has, up until this point been a pretty ruthless dude himself, right? Not showing compassion to anyone, torturing people. He's been fighting a lot of people. He's been to the Grand Line and survived with Don Craig. So he has this like huge amount of respect for Don Craig. So it makes it difficult for him to go back on those convictions, or to flip himself because of the respect that he has for him. But at the same time, he has never been showed the sort of kindness and, empathy and sympathy that Sanji has showed to him. He probably didn't even think it capable within people, right? I would assume he always thought he had to go the Don Craig route to connive and scheme and steal and kill in order to get that way. So when Sanji kind of like takes Gin's worldview and kind of like throws it on its head. And so he's trying to cope with that idea of going with Don Craig, but also realizing that there are people like Sanji in the world. It just definitely definitely didn't have enough time to air out for sure in the course of an episode, because now it's like, okay, kill him or don't. So he's like, okay, I can't kill this man who has shown me that humans are capable, or people are capable of so much more kindness. But at the same time, I won't go back on my devotion to Don Craig, so I'm willing to die for being insubordinate. It's definitely a weird, convoluted situation for sure. He's like torn. He's like split down the middle on like what he believes is right or honorable or just or whatever the case might be. But it definitely plays out in the episodes as like, oh my God, I'm like, Gin, pick a side, bro. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I understand his hang up here, but it definitely is like a very weird situation, all things considered, because he's just now screwing himself over on two fronts, because now that he hasn't been able to at least pick a side here, he now has Don Craig against him, but at the same time, he's also like, he won't accept help from Sanji. Like, he's got to fight him at the same time. So it's like he has no allies in this situation except, Luffy and Sanji are obviously kind-hearted and good souls. So they're going to help him anyway. And I'm assuming, he might turn around, or maybe he'll even stake his life for them at some point, as the episodes progress, because the arc isn't finished. But it is definitely a wild ride that has been happening right now in these events. But those are my thoughts.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the mindset thing. Like, I get where he's coming from. Do I care? No, not really. Not at all, in fact. I just this character has done nothing to make me give a damn about his circumstance, because everything that's happened to him right now is from his inability to like make a decision, he's like trying to align with like every possible ideology and moral decision that's been tossed in front of him, and that's just not how like interacting with human beings work. Like, you gotta pick one and ride with it, my dude. Like, you can't be like, I respect Sanji. I'm also gonna beat the absolute fuck out of him and kill him. Just kidding. I actually can't kill him because now that I was about to do it, I realized that I can't. Oh, but I'm not gonna go after Don Craig. I mean, he's Don Craig, and it's like, dude, I I don't know I don't know what to do. If you don't know what to do, like I don't know. It's like I feel like I'm needlessly racking my brain with this character because I'm like, if he can't make up his mind about this thing, I don't know how to make up my mind about him. I don't know. So I just kind of super don't care about him or whatever the fuck it is that he's got going on because he's run up my last nerve as far as I'm concerned. And I don't know. I feel like something that's odd to me is this show has some of the coolest action that I've ever seen, but like they just spend so much time fucking talking about fighting instead of actually fighting. And then I feel like the fights are like 2 seconds long. And it's like, okay, just when I was like getting ready to get geared up for the fight, it's like they're gonna actually just talk and like just stand around. I don't know. There's like a weird amount of standing around and like, you know, like Luffy will like make a threat at somebody and be like, your fight's with me. But then like literally won't move. Like he'll just stand still and watch Sanji get his ass beat by fucking Gin and his iron balls. And it's like, what? I thought you were like, I don't know. Maybe I'm like, there's a disconnect between me and the show here, but I'm just, there's moments like that like hit me super weird because I'm like, didn't you just say like, you know, you're about to take these guys down? Like, does the scenario playing out right in front of you or next to you not constitute as like something you should intervene in?
Yeah, it's weird because it's like a lot of anime, especially shonen, are guilty of this very trope, right? This very thing where it's like, I'm going to fight you, and then there's like 5 minutes of pause to like get through a conversation, right? You see it in Dragon Ball. I mean, you've seen it in Naruto. You've seen it in a lot of different anime. And again, I give this show, I guess right now, a couple passes being that this is in its very infantile stages, right? We're only on episode 26 or something like that. So 27. So, but yeah, I do agree that like the pacing does seem a little odd. And you know what I mean? It's like, it becomes this thing where it's like, there seems to be this like obvious need to fill time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how many episodes or chapters these initial episodes or continuing ones cover, like what the ratio is, if it's split, whatever. But, you know, I don't know in the manga if they went into the whole flashback again, right? With him and him eating the food and basically just replaying the scenes from those prior episodes. And again, this is not the only anime that's guilty of it. Like, spoiler alert, you know, if I had to see Obito's backstory in Naruto for the 300th time, I was going to shoot a hole in the wall. But, you know, you get my point. But it does seem, I do agree that there is this, like, this odd pacing, if this is what you're saying, at least this is how I'm interpreting it. You correct me if I'm wrong. But, like, this, like, odd, I guess, pacing, I would chalk it up to issue with, like, the fighting as opposed to the dialogue and all that kind of stuff. Definitely does seem like a lot of
I'm not really talking about like the pacing of the, I mean, the pacing of the episode does feel, you know, they do feel bloated, but like, yeah, I just chalk that up to this being an anime instead of a manga. So they're just, like you said, trying to fill for 22 minutes. I'm talking about like the pacing of events. So like, we'll get into this fight and like, you know, Luffy will be like, oh, Don, I'm going to take you down. And then the Don will be like, okay, just try it. And then Luffy will stand still for presumably, you know, for a good 10 minutes while Sanji and Gin are fighting, and Sanji's clearly getting his ass beat, and Luffy, you know, I guess, like, just, you know, I don't know, like, can't be bothered to help Sanji standing nowhere near 2 feet from him, not to mention that Luffy can stretch, so it's even less distance technically for him.
Yeah, right.
And it's like, I'm talking about the pacing of events is weird because they'll start the episode by being like, let's fight. And then they won't fight for 10 minutes. They'll just stand around talking about fighting. And then, you know, somebody will go into their backstory or something. And then somebody will get even more angry after hearing that and be like, oh, now I'm definitely going to fight this other person. But then they don't actually fight still. And they'll do some more talking. And then it's like, they'll then go start the fight. The fighting will last 2 seconds. And then we're back to where we were. And it's like, I feel like there's not enough, there's not enough like combat to conversation ratio to justify the situation we're in. Like, this doesn't feel like a situation where like we should all be standing around talking. I mean, his entire crew is in the ocean. Like, just, they don't even have like footing to stand on right now. The restaurant is on fire. I mean, not anymore, I guess, because Luffy broke the fin off of the restaurant. This Don dude's got 9 guns on his person alone, pointing at this. Like, it feels like a situation where like more fish should be flying and less talking should be like. I'm not saying you can't have conversations. Like Sanji and Gin can have this whole moment while they're fighting, but like you can do that. You know what I mean? I feel like the literal pacing of the events per episode but like I'm talking specifically in this moment here when we got into this weird altercation of this arc, because up until then I actually think it's been very good, but once we hit this like Dawn coming to attack the restaurant, like I don't know, it's everything just like it's like it kind of feels like they need this altercation to last a lot longer than either A, it actually does in the manga, or B, like they regardless they want this to last more episodes, which is unfortunate because it just makes everything feel so like unnecessary and like it's like people are like just saying things that like don't really seem to mean anything anymore, because it's like, oh, I'm gonna kill you, and it's like, okay, are you doing that today or tomorrow though? Because if you're doing it tomorrow, like I got time, I'm not really worried about it right now. So, yeah, I don't know.
No, that makes sense. I feel like they kind of did it in the last arc too with Usopp, to be honest. Like the soldiers just kind of like, or the pirates, like standing at the bottom of the hill. You know what I mean? Like frozen in time for however long. And I do feel like, I guess a little bit of it to maybe this just is to make myself feel better. And you could let us know in the comments, but I'm assuming that like the course of events that happen within this episode aren't really 20 minutes in a weird way. It's really like 5 minutes has passed, right? Where it's like, what I mean by that is like, I feel as if some of the conversations that are happening, it's like they can't show the scene at the same time. So it's implied that like a certain fight or conversation or whatever is happening at a similar point that like as the other. And so like when Luffy is saying, I'm going to kick your ass, like in the course of him saying, I'm going to kick your ass in the course of the fight that's going on with Sanji and them, it's like odd because they like block it. Like Luffy says it, then they show the fight. But I'm like, okay, I think these events are happening actually much closer to each other than is led on. So it's like the conversation as compared to the fighting seems to be way more dragged out because it seems like they have to devote a block to each one of those instead of obviously having them happen simultaneously. So because of that, it's like time gets stretched. I don't know. That's at least maybe the way I'm looking at it. Maybe I'm not articulating that very well, but I guess what I'm saying is like the idea, the conception of time within the episode, like the events that are happening are not 21 minutes worth of events. They're like 5-10 minutes worth of events that are like that have to all be told at in different scenes. So it's like it like drags them out as if instead of having them happen like a little more free flowing and like overlapping with each other. If that makes sense, if somebody understands what I'm talking about, comment. But
I feel like if you have the scenes overlapping, that gives the truest intention that things are happening in the closest amount of time to each other, as opposed to like if Luffy says I'm going to fight you, then we see Sanji and Gin talking, and then we see Sanji and Gin fighting, and we see in that same frame Luffy standing in the same spot he was, not moving, and then Luffy goes to move on the dude. It's implied that he said that, stood there, the Sanji thing happened, and then Luffy went to go fight. If you want to imply that Luffy is saying what he's saying and then going to fight the Dawn at the same time, like, we have sound design for, you can make that happen. You can, and at least take him out of the same exact shot. Like it, if you want, I feel like if the goal is to imply that these things are happening in a closer amount of time, you can do that. Like that's not an impossible feat to accomplish here. Like, so by blocking it the way they're doing, they're purposely making it seem like these things are happening farther apart than they either need to be or would be if that is their goal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't really know about that one. But
I don't know. Yeah, man, I think I'm just trying to find a way to justify it slightly. You know what I mean? To make it make more sense in my head. I think that's where I'm at with it. I'll be fully admit.
I get it. I'm gonna say this. I feel like every episode until the show, changes course. But like, I get that this is like these are the early episodes. This is the the build up, whatever you want to call it. I get it. Like, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because like I'm not the same anime fan that I was when I was younger. That like it matters so much more to me that a show is like consistently and like meaningfully engaging right out the gate. And what I mean by that is that like, the show like does its due diligence to be like, no, this thing happened because this happened, and oh, because they did this, yeah, now they have to deal with this, and that things don't just feel like they've been slapped all the fuck around because because we can, or like because we're just padding for time or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's just because I'm older now. Like when this feels like a show that I probably would have not given a fuck about any of the things that I've talked about in the past couple episodes had I been 8 years old, or had I been younger and not really exposed to enough of these kinds of anime, and just this, this, what do you call it? This formula, like the shonen art, prototype or whatever you want to call it. But I don't know. I think it's just because I'm older now. I've seen a lot of this. It sticks out in my mind like so much more when it happens, and it's because and so in my head I'm like, okay, well, there has to be something that's like making sense here. And but I don't know. I'm in this weird place where like I can't really been doing a lot of ignoring it, and I can't really straight up ignore it anymore. But like I'm also not trying to hold it. I'm not holding it against the show, if that makes sense. It's just it happens. I have to call it out, and then we move on. That's just really what it is.
Yeah, just like get it out of your system.
Yeah,
or something like that. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, that's our rant. No, all things considered, good times though. Much love. And I'm excited still for where One Piece is going for sure. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed our reaction today, make sure you guys are liking the video, subscribing to the channel so you don't miss any future live reactions on the channel. Also hit that notification bell because that really helps as well. Comment your thoughts down below. What did you think of this episode? Some of the things that we might have talked about, so long as it's civil. Again, it's nothing but love. We're still here. We're still watching it. We still like the show. But I'm curious to hear or read your thoughts on, if you have been watching One Piece since you were a young kid, if you had picked it up later and then maybe you had binged it, like where did you come at One Piece from? What was your angle, and how do you think that may have, modified your viewing experience or your expectations or your thoughts on the show as you progress through it, right? I'm curious to know that for sure with a show, especially one this long. Also hit us up in our description down below. We have a link there. It says Linktree. Hit that link and it'll take you to all the other ways you could support us beyond just this YouTube channel. Our secondary YouTube channel for non-reaction content like vlogs, video essays, skits, podcasts, reviews, etc. It's all there for you guys to enjoy. It's the AOA show. Also hit us up in Discord. It is free to join and it's a blast. Definitely want to see you guys there. Also, make sure you guys are hitting up our merch shop. We have everything from hoodies to handbags to hats. It's all there for you guys to enjoy. And lastly, our Patreon with many exclusive benefits to the show while also supporting us. It's really a win-win. One of the standout benefits, especially for you One Piece fans, is early and unfiltered access to our One Piece live reactions. So you will be getting them a week early, and you'll get them in their unedited, unfiltered format, so you can watch them the way that we intended you to watch them. But anyway, folks, until next time, thank you so much for watching, though. We will catch you on the flip. Peace.
Peace.
Ninjas are samurais, blaze of the kunais. Find me in the leaf of the cloud, screaming out Bankai. We just some ghouls though, who like seeing parts fly. They like what you saying, Goma got more through the storylines. I tested your neck from the start, my hunters gon' come for your heart. I promise you'll land in my boulevard, left them in one piece, no